he feels held.
Attention, duped masses!
You're listening to Media Monarchy with 𝗧𝗵𝗲
TFI cheesecake, cannabis in the kitchen, and skipping supporters. Plus this day in history with Fat Leonard and our song of the day by Mick Hampshire on your Morning Monarchy for November 13th, 2024. Welcome back, y'all. I'm 𝗧𝗵𝗲 making Media Monarchy for almost 20 years, and it is all brought to you by the smartest, toughest, hardest working, coolest bunch of people I am lucky enough to hang out with, called the Media Monarchy membership. Yeah, you goondoggler, and you fiddle spoons. You're listening to your Morning Monarchy, you guys. More deprogramming notes in the important and delicious Media Monarchy kingdom. We are moving the Mounsey Minute to the second Wednesday of the month. A huge, ginormous thanks to our buddy Gavin Mounsey for rolling with the scheduling punches. See, now we'll actually get more Mounsey Minutes as the fourth Wednesday of the month was going to get bumped by Thanksgiving break, and the December Mounsey Minute was going to land on December 25th, so probably that one wasn't going to work out. But these are the times when we need more food help, not less. So a link for all of the posts that we have made this previous year as we head into your 11th Mounsey Minute. Mounsey Minute post on Media Monarchy, MediaMonarchy.com/tag/Mounsey-Minute. That will have all of the posts, and it'll update as I post more. So bookmark that, baby. Also, remember, he is the author of Recipes for Reciprocity, a fantastic, voluminous cookbook that probably might get a little updates as the time goes by. And we have made it. We have made it to your 11th Mounsey Minute, my friends. And it is time for raw cannabis in the kitchen, the medicine cabinet, and your regenerative garden. Exploring raw cannabis as a superfood and an ingredient in powerful topical medicines, we're going to dive into how to integrate cannabis into your gardens and to engage with its many gifts without getting high. Most people hear the word cannabis or marijuana, think they're getting stoned by smoking or eating psychoactive cannabis edibles. But along with the plant's intoxicating forms, cannabis has a long history of non-mind-altering uses, many of which, of course, are just beginning to be fully understood by science, who doesn't want to pay attention to things they can't patent. Cannabis, one of the oldest domesticated crops known to man, dating back as far as or perhaps further than 8,000 years BC. It's kind of been important. It should come as no surprise that with all the benefits cannabis contains, as well as the way it works in harmony with the endocannabinoid system, that many believe cannabis should be considered to be just as powerful as the superfood of other superfood greens like kale, like moringa, like blueberries, like broccoli. What's being discovered now is the nutritional power and overall beneficial health effects of raw cannabis in the kitchen. Your Mounsey Minute.
This is Gavin Mounsey for Media Monarchy. I'm author of Recipes for Reciprocity, the regenerative way from seed to table, and this is the Mounsey Minute. Greetings from the sunny climes of Southern Ontario, Media Monarchy peoples. This month we're going to be talking about cannabis as a superfood and other ways to stack functions with this sacred plant that is sometimes vilified and often underutilized. When many people think of cannabis, they think of Cheech and Chong and Dude, Where's My Car? And while cannabis may be great for having a good laugh, boosting creativity, getting a good night's sleep, or giving you the munchies, it's also possible to use the plant as a non-psychoactive, nutrient-dense vegetable. Before cannabis plant material is heated or dried, in its raw form, the cannabinoids are actually not psychoactive. They're in their acidic state, such as THCA or CBDA. Now, those compounds don't offer mind-altering effects, but they do offer a wide range of medicinal benefits. You can add them to smoothies, you can juice the plant material, and you can also add some to ferments like sauerkraut. Here in Canada, where we're allowed to grow a few of our own plants, most people are growing the plants for the female flowers for smoking, so male cannabis plants are considered as the enemy. But I like to grow cannabis the all-natural way, let males and females grow together, and when the males pollinate the females, I get not only the plant material, which is filled with cannabinoids and the nutrient-dense food, but also the nutrient-dense seeds, which I can then save for the winter for eating and sharing. Cannabis seeds contain all the same nutrients as what you would find in the grocery store labeled as hemp hearts. The only difference is that hemp plants, being a strain of cannabis that has been conditioned to have low THC, doesn't have THC in the plant material, but the seeds are the very same thing. Now, aside from eating the raw cannabis plant material from both male and female plants in the form of juicing, smoothies, sauerkraut, or eating the seeds, another couple ways I like to stack functions with cannabis is drying the flowers of the female plants, which are particularly high in cannabinoids, and then extracting those cannabinoids for use in several ways, including making topical medicines such as my sacred 𝗧𝗵𝗲 and also medicinal scale gummies, where I'm not just including the cannabinoids, which offer a psychoactive effect, but also nutrient-dense juices and other herbs that are offering their own medicinal benefits. When raw cannabis leaves or flowers are used just as you would any other vegetable, juiced, in a smoothie, or in a fermented preserve, it packs some pretty powerful health benefits. You're going to find high amounts of chlorophyll, a rich source of fiber, lots of flavonoids, 9 essential amino acids, lots of magnesium, calcium, phosphorus, iron, and zinc. And those cannabis seeds are nutrient-packed too. Cannabis seeds are exceptionally nutritious and rich in healthy fats, protein, and various minerals. Cannabis seeds are an excellent source of omega-3, omega-6, and they're over 25% protein. They are also an excellent source of vitamin E, magnesium, phosphorus, potassium, zinc, B vitamins, sulfur, calcium, and iron. The cannabinoids, which can be found in the leaves and in higher concentrations in the flowers, are groups of chemical compounds present in the cannabis plant that affect body and mind through their interaction with special receptors. These cannabinoid receptors are found extensively throughout the immune, digestive, reproductive, central, and peripheral nervous systems of humans and animals, and their activation is what leads to the medicinal effects of cannabis. It's worth reiterating that when you consume raw cannabis, you will not be consuming THC or CBD. Instead, you will be consuming the acid forms of these components. Cannabidolic acid, CBDA, and tetrahydrocannabinolic acid, THCA, just like other components of raw cannabis, are powerful antioxidants. Recent research experiments shows that these components can be powerful healers of serious medical conditions like cancer and neurodegenerative diseases. It's also worth noting that cannabis will also hold on to a lot more of its beneficial terpenes when it's not getting torched. Aside from producing the aroma and flavor profile, terpenes also have their own set of medicinal properties. They're known to have antibacterial, antifungal, and anti-cancer properties, as well as boosting cognitive function. It's also worth highlighting that not all cannabis is created equal. Here in the cannabis capital of Canada, where corporate cannabis giants like Aphria drown out the stars with their 1,000-acre grow shows beaming LED lights into the sky, you can find dirt cheap cannabis in almost every store corner, but it's also going to be soaked in chemicals and likely full of mold spores. So if you're not going to be stormed by status goons that are going to steal your stuff and kidnap you, and you can grow it at home safely, then I suggest you do that. Well, that's it for me this month, guys. If you check out my post on Substack on growing cannabis in the regenerative garden and eating it raw, you're going to find additional information on the nutritional and medicinal gifts of the plant. You can also check out my post that shares the full recipe for my sacred 𝗧𝗵𝗲, which is also edible. I'll also post my basic recipe for nutrient-dense cannabis gummies, either in the next couple days or soon after this episode airs. If it's safe to do so where you live, I hope this inspires you to try growing some of your own at home, and not only use cannabis for its benefits for the mind, but also to nourish our cells from the cellular level up to the brain. Here's to increasing our health sovereignty and food sovereignty through teaming up with cannabis.
Rushing is violence, and so is your silence when it's rooted in compliance. To stand firm in loving defiance, make Archer alliance, give voice to the fire. Move people to the beat of the wind, gather yourself and begin to dance the song until it ends. We are winners, champions of the light, forming in numbers and might. Keep the truth close in sight. And woman, medicine man, walking with grace. I know your face and I trust your hands. Medicine woman, medicine man, walking with grace. I know your face and I trust your hands. your teachers in the voice of the forest. Unplug, you can't ignore this wisdom of the voiceless. Remedies are bountiful and surround us from the garden to the farthest. Pray you're made of stardust. Find your healing in the music that calls you, the voice that enthralls you. What do you belong to? Eyes out, there's the setting of the sun. Give thanks to each and every one. The lesson is the medicine woman, medicine man. Walking with grace, I know your face and I trust your hands. Medicine woman, medicine man. Walking with grace, I know your face and I trust your hands.
And extending my trap strip back into the messages and action. The art is feeding, stop the disbelieving, cause the garden holds the shards, the medicine is in the seeds. When we hold tight to our right to protect them, we know our might is tenfold in connection. Our elders hold them bright lights, we protect them. The medicine is evident, the wolf, the hawk, the bear clan. We hold tight to our right to protect them. We know our might is tenfold in connection. Our elders hold them bright lights, we protect them. The medicine is evidence, the wolf, the hawk, the medicine woman, medicine man. Walking with grace, I know your face and I trust your hands. Medicine woman, medicine man. Walking with grace, I know your face and I trust your hands.
Rising Appalachia on Media Monarchy. Mounsey music after your Mounsey Minute. I'm making Gavin pick a song for after his segment now. Medicine from Rising Appalachia, a song anthem honoring the traditions of folk medicine, plant-based medicine as a tool for empowerment and healing, a call to action to support the voices of the herbalists, healers, and teachers, the roots, plants, trees, and stones, the arts, the spirits, and the wild ones. It is an honoring of all the many ways that we can be well and the radical and traditional ways in which we can steward health within ourselves. This song is a direct tribute to the people around the world who are holding and teaching these ways of herbal, plant-based medicine, educating us all to know our gardens, our forests, our plants, and our own bodies. To bring wellness back into our own hands and communities, it's not a dismissal of modern medicine, but a gratitude and honoring of its ancestry and foundations within folkloric traditions. As we are moving into a new season, spring, summer 2015, when Rising Appalachia was writing this, a new time, a new chapter, we offer this song as a ritual anthem for this transition and a time of great change, Rising Appalachia. Medicine comes from Wider Circles, their fifth studio album recorded at Echo Mountain in Asheville, North Carolina, released July 17th, 2015. Finally, Glass Rabbit posted a picture of his He-Man lunchbox, Mattel 1983 action, looking good. And furthermore, the chat says, man, the Mounsey Minute is like Stardate level quality. And he was rocking some alliteration in this episode. Can he keep up with Canadian cannabis? We strive to give you news you can use here in the Media Monarchy Kingdom, not just something to get mad about and troll those dumb libs. News you can use. I had a good season this year, so definitely growing again next year. And if you're not a fan of the taste, maybe ground up with mint flowers, mixed with yogurt served over Moroccan lamb dish, maybe. When Mounsey's segment is on, I feel like Wayne and Garth meeting Alice Cooper. We are not worthy. Interesting question from Duke Booty. And for anybody who has kind of a normie life when they're living in the media monarchy kingdom, would you still fail a drug test, though, Gavin? Hemp hearts have the highest protein of any seed. I love hemp hearts mixed with, I like pistachios. They make a delicious soup garnish, the 𝗧𝗵𝗲 notes, and she says cannabis pesto was her best pesto so far. Marijuana, safer than most of your groceries.